any corner of the city, I probably have a memory, like this is where we went sled riding.
It's a neighborhood. I mean, the kids can ride their bikes. They have sidewalks. They can go up to the schools by themselves. They can go up to the corner stores by themselves. They're able to do that. It's a safe city.
Pretty close-knit. I think everybody kind of watches out for each other.
I've been a resident of Lyndhurst since 1957.
I've lived here for 41 years, 60 years. I've chosen to raise my family here.
You just get that nice hometown feeling.
I mean, it's not like Mayberry, but there's a small town, flavor to it.
A hometown, close-knit feeling.
It's home to us.
It's a wonderful place to live.
On November 7th, voters have a decision that will impact the way of life in Lyndhurst. You've seen the signs. You may have heard the controversy. And if you watch this video carefully, you may learn something that will affect how you vote on the TRW project. If Issue 93 fails, our city could lose TRW, along with the $1 million TRW pays in income taxes. The Lyndhurst City annual budget could drop from roughly $7 to $6 million, with taxpayers facing possible cuts in city services or tax increases. The TRW project, known as Legacy Village, will bring many benefits to Lyndhurst without spending taxpayer dollars.
It's going to be a beautiful retail development, upscale. It's going to be an area that people are going to want to come to.
Legacy Village will have an innovative architectural design to fit in with the character and charm of the community. It's an upscale retail complex with 2 tiers of stores and shops situated around a central plaza.
It's a wonderful setting. The courtyard looks like a place you could take your kids and let them run around while you all go in shopping. The idea of an ice rink in the wintertime for the community is awesome.
The design incorporates dozens of specially requested features to make the buildings fit within the character and charm of Lyndhurst.
I think Legacy Village is an opportunity for Lyndhurst to have some things of their own. Most of our shopping is outside of our city, but this will give us a little bit more variety. We'll be attracting other people to our community, which I think is a great thing because then that serves as revenue for other businesses, whether you run a gas station or a drugstore or any number of places. The more people that find us, the more people will take advantage of the services we have.
Engineers have designed 100-foot buffer areas along the perimeter of the complex, adding natural beauty to the area while maintaining the lush landscaping that is part of the Lyndhurst tradition.
We're not going backwards here. I think really we're taking a step forward.
It's going to bring revenue into the city and into the schools. Once the whole property is developed with an office complex, it's going to bring more revenue into the city.
It will not hurt the element of living in Lyndhurst. It'll only bring it up, I believe.
I'm not at all surprised that it's going to be as magnificent as the renderings show it to be.
But what about the traffic? Independent traffic studies have said that the $1 million in road improvements planned for the project will handle current and additional traffic well into the 21st century. A yes vote on Issue 93 will legally require the project to complete numerous traffic improvements to Richmond and Cedar roads to alleviate traffic in the area.
If they're willing to make improvements to the traffic problems right now, it could only get better.
It'd be a lot better if TRW would pay for this instead of the taxpayers.
The TRW project will also generate $5 million in new money for schools and local services such as police and fire protection, the library, metro parks, as well as mental health and retardation. Beyond $5 million in new revenue, the TRW project will also establish a $1 million municipal educational endowment to enhance schools and provide money for other needed services in the city. What's more, the endowment will be administered by the highly respected Cleveland Foundation. The new zoning will create 3,300 new jobs with benefits for full and part-time positions in Lyndhurst. local residents feel strongly that Legacy Village will be a good neighbor and partner in their community. That's why the neighbors closest to the project, residents of In the Woods, have endorsed the plan.
A community needs to attract young and growing families in order to keep the schools strong. Strong schools make for a strong community.
Change is inevitable, and when you can have a hand in how this changes and how it works for your community, better than having someone come in and saying, this is what I want, and forget it.
It's going to be a wonderful improvement to our city, not only for the taxes and revenue that the city will receive, but it's going to be a wonderful place for families to go on a Sunday afternoon.
For a solid tax base that won't cost you more, yes on 93.
TRW leaves, or this project doesn't go through, and the tax base shrinks, and our school systems are unable to raise the kind of tax revenue that they need, and the city's unable to maintain services. You know, a number of people in Lyndhurst don't have to stay in Lyndhurst. You know, a number of people like us, we can afford to go elsewhere. We choose not to. And if services go down, and tax bases go down, and school systems go down, people leave.
Having anything more than what we have now is better than nothing. So whether it's $1 million or $1.5 million, it's still money coming into this city and into this school district that we as residents and as parents of children in school, as senior citizens, as empty nesters, will benefit from.
This project is a win-win situation for everybody. The city wins, the community wins, and the school system wins. How could you not be for it?
Vote yes on Issue 93 on November 7th and keep taxes in line.